have a little.
Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to the second episode of Empowered Men Across the World. And my name is Łukasz. I'm hosting this podcast, and the other host is James. Great to have you, James, here with us. And our guest today is Krishiv. So right now, right now I will just ask Krishi to introduce himself, and then we will go to the subject. And our amazing subject today for empowered men across the world is dating, love, and intimacy in the man's life. Okay. Hello, Krishi. Would you like to have say a few words about you?
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Lucas. Thank you so much for this opportunity, James. This is Krishiv tuning in from the Canary Islands of Spain. I focus on two things: offering holistic spiritual guidance to people who are navigating through their life adversities beyond the material realm. And as a retailer, I offer comfortable footwear to European tourists to enhance their walking experience while they are on a holiday. And the theme of my YouTube channel is anything to do with business, personal development, and spirituality. So these are three things I focus on.
Okay, business.
Excited for today's session.
Okay, so business, spirituality, and the third one,
Personal development,
and personal development.
personal growth, self development. These are one and the same.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. It's great to have you here, especially from the Canary Islands. And I know originally you are from where?
I was born in India.
Yeah, and then you moved to Europe to Canary Islands, right?
Yeah, when I was 18 months old. So basically, I've raised up in Canary Islands.
Hmm.
Then I moved to India for some time, for 9 years, which is quite some time. And then I
Okay.
went to the UK for pursuing a master's in international business. And then I came back to the Canary Islands to work with my family enterprise to practice and gain practical experience of all the theory that I had learned in the UK and in India, where I pursued Bachelor's of Commerce.
Mm. Bachelor of what? Sorry?
Commerce,
Commerce.
commerce.
Oh, commerce, Bachelor of Commerce. Okay,
Yes,
great. Thank you for such a deep explanation of who you are, where you're from, and what you went through and your education and also your business activity. And right now, the main question that is so exciting is about dating for empowered men. Like as we talked before a little bit about that. So we will ask questions for you with James. And so maybe I will just go ahead. And my question is, how, what is the priority? I mean, what should be the priority for the man approaching dating those days, to be, let's say, effective in dating? Because, I mean, from my experience, I mean, in general, I've been on the market for quite some time, and there is, it's not that straightforward that it will be successful, that it will be the great connection, and actually, it's a lot of time opposite. So, what would you say? What should be the approach?
I love the way you say that you've been out in the market for quite some time. Actually, I personally don't see, the dating side of things as a market because I come from the philosophy that we are human beings. So there is a product, for example, these are my glasses, this is my smartphone, these are all products. But we, Lucas, James, me, we all are humans.
Mm.
And the foundation is that we see humans as human beings. We see the dating world not as a market, but as an opportunity to connect with somebody on a soul to soul level. And ultimately, relationships, romance, and marriage, these are all these are all spiritual unions. There's a union of two people who come together to live, work, and spend a very the rest of their lives together. At least that is how most people think whenever they get married or whenever they enter into a relationship, that this should last forever. As long as either one of the partners is alive.
Mm.
It could be 30 years, it could be 40 years, depending on what age you enter into that relationship.
Wow.
So that is the that is the foundation, according to me.
Okay, listen, thank you so much, Krishiv. What I hear is something what I haven't heard for a while, which is like really
It's a
this.
human with thoughts, feelings, emotions, habits, actions, uh, goals, so many things.
Yeah.
It's a human, it's
Yeah, it's human, and what I hear is that we have a lot of time a robotic approach, like or materialistic, and and you brought what I hear, you brought me to the level of the soul, of connection, of being committed to someone, of like really seeing like, okay, like I take you as a person for life, not like for 2 months, but you really are choosing someone because you're choosing someone, not for some, I don't know, this is because she looks that way, or he has this job, or maybe we can spend the good holidays together, right? So it's a way different choice on the different level. And James, would you have any question, or do you want to answer to that, Krishi, or I can go to James?
actually, it was always supposed to be like that. The human was never supposed to be treated like a robot or a product or a service
Mm,
or or a symbol of superiority which comes with dating to celebrities, like a lot of times these relationships are based on look who am I dating,
yeah,
this brand, this goodwill. But
yeah,
actually, this is not the natural process.
right.
And it's only in the last few decades that
Mm,
so much importance is being paid to the material details,
yeah,
the net worth, the location, the looks, the the structure. You know, some
Yeah.
people are uh, fat, some people are thin, some people are
Yeah.
well built up. All these things, these are all material things.
Mm.
I'm not saying that these things are not important.
Mm.
The issue comes when that itself becomes the basis
Right.
of a relationship. Like, uh, for example, um, you know, maybe 2025, this is just an example, has been a great year for, let's say, Lucas and James. A lot of people start getting attracted not for the humans, but for what they have.
Mm.
But remember, life is about ups and downs. The Lucas and the James we see today, with the human being they are, with the resources, with the titles that they've gathered, remember they can lose them tomorrow.
Yeah.
But there are some things that they will not lose so easily, and those are uh, values,
Mm.
morals, ethics, philosophy, habits.
Mm. Amazing. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Krishiv. I mean, that's so deep and empowering. And James, what is your question?
Yeah, for me, okay, like for me also, what I'm also hearing is that relationships, they require commitment. So if you're not committed, then that's it. So now my question to Krishiv is like now, what's the importance of commitment in a relationship?
Certainly, commitment shows, like, uh, let me take another example to help me explain. I had a commitment with Lucas at 3 o'clock Central European time that we will connect for this podcast. Now, it is my commitment, and it is Lucas's commitment. So it is Lucas's commitment to generate a Zoom link to invite his community to join. It is my commitment to reach there with punctuality. 3 o'clock means 2 o'clock for me, and it is my duty to have the laptop switched on, to get the lighting and everything. What happens if I'm not committed? Lucas will join, he will generate a Zoom link, and I would be at the beach or with my girlfriend, you know. So, so that means that I did not uh, uh, value the time of Lucas and James. My question to you is, what impression will that form about me? That, this person lacks integrity. This person is not exclusive to one person. It's like, um a man who doesn't have commitment is like he's running around mindlessly and getting what he wants to get without contributing anything in a meaningful way. That's the reality. So I would definitely say that commitment is necessary only if you are serious. The setting has to be very clear. There should be clear communication. patient. There are benefits of commitment. You know, because you know that whatever happens, on a good day, you share the memories with this particular person. On a not so great day, you share some of your sorrow with this person without affecting the mental health or of the other person. So it's about sharing, it's about the exclusivity that there are certain things that I will only contribute and share with you, the partner, and you will reciprocate the same. It's like it's like an exclusive partnership that I'm willing to go out of my way just for one person, just for one partner. And it also makes life very easy. I mean, who can double or triple date without getting stressed out, you know? So it's also very practical to commit to a person. The only thing is you need to be careful. You need to be true to yourself and stop using the mind. Start listening to your heart and to the gut, because sometimes the heart becomes very emotional, but the gut feeling is the most accurate. It's the most precise.
Mm. Thank you. Is there anything, James, would you like to add to to answer of Krishiv? That was pretty deep, huh?
No, I think for me is sharing very valuable and very profound insights concerning relationships. Because what I'm hearing also is that two cannot work unless they agree. They agree. Because now, if you are okay, like it's like after you've agreed, you walk in the same direction, even if there are things that you don't agree on. But then again, you've decided that we are committed to each other. Because now it's not very easy to like walk this way and then now you are
Yeah.
relating. Yes, yeah.
It's a team, when two people come together, it's a team. A team does not mean you've got 10, 20, 50 people. Two people who living together, contributing to each other's lives is a team work. And in fact, I feel that this romantic relationship is probably the most important, because after you cross 25, 30, right up to the age of 60, 70, 80, 90, you're lucky you'll even cross triple digits. You're spending with this person. And also, it's during the second half of your life that you face major challenges where you don't necessarily have the support of your parents because probably you've lost. When a kid is born, the support system comes from the parents. As the parents get older, their their capability to support you reduces. So you need somebody of your age to support you physically, mentally, but also spiritually. And the kind of support that you get from a partner is not exactly the same as the support you get from your parents. Because your parents see you as a kid from top to down, but your partner is in a sees you as a friend of the same, because the age gap is significantly less.
Mm,
It can be 1 to 5 years, maybe even 10 years, but they see you as head to head, as an equal.
mm,
So that dynamic brings a lot of obstacles, but also it all brings a lot of maturity. It brings a lot of wisdom.
mm.
No, it's like some things you can only talk to your partner. You can't share with your parents, and then some things you can only share with your parents, but not your partner.
Mhm. Okay, got it. Well, thank you
That's
for
that's the
thank
significance.
yeah, thank you for distinguishing this, like what it means to be with the partner and how important it is to support each other and about commitment. Like James asked about like what's the purpose of the commitment and yeah, and what does it mean to be committed? And I'm coming back to one thing you said about the heart and about the guts because I think we have about 5 more minutes. And because like for me it's sometimes as a man it's confusing sometimes when we have so many feelings and emotions also not only the women have, right, we all have so much, right? And then sometimes I'm just wondering, is that my heart, is that my guts, or is that my mind? Because there's so much going on. And and for example, I give you the last example. I was talking to someone, to female. There is an attraction, and then I felt something after I left the place. I felt something which I couldn't name it because it was a little bit in my heart. There was a lot of emotions, and I don't know about the guts, but that was definitely something stay there. This maybe chemistry for at least a day. And then, so how do I know? Like I try to listen to my mind and I do like analysis, to kind of not do mistake or do the best choice. So what would you say? Because it's like really sometimes I I don't know which part of me I should trust, if that
No,
makes sense.
definitely. When you are exploring the possibility of the relationship, definitely you have to use all, the heart, gut, the mind.
Mm,
Now, how do we use these three? The mind's job is to look at the calculations, the logistics of living together. That's the job of the mind. The mind is analytical. The heart is emotional. How does it feel? The emotions, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs. How does it feel like spending time with the partner? This you will this will be answered by the heart, but the gut will always signal you for any red flags or any green flags. Red flags are like warnings. Green flags are, yeah, this is good. The good side. So it has to be the analysis, the feelings, and also the sensitivity. Because remember, the gut is more sensitive than the heart. So the
mm,
gut feeling is often, nowadays people are speaking about it much more, uh, because gut health is actually the most important thing. So you have to use the mind, the heart, but don't forget the gut.
Mm.
All these three to make a decision.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
And
Well,
if you only use, so the first thing is to use the gut, then the heart, and then the mind. But the final decision should be a blend, the complete picture. Like, this is what the gut said, this is what the heart said, and this is what the mind says. Bring it all together and then take a call. Because it's about dating, but it's also about being practical, not too practical, not too emotional, but being holistic, being in a
mm,
balance.
mm,
I have many female friends that I could potentially date, but they are the other corner of the planet. So there has to be some practicality
yeah.
also. There has to be the emotions, and the gut is like the traffic lights. It tells you things. It's the most
Wow.
sensitive thing. Many times people say that what you said, uh, 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 what you said, what you did, the way you spoke to me, it just did not digest
Mm,
well.
yeah.
Thoughts are also digested, feelings and emotions,
Mm,
they are also connected with digestion. And where
mm.
do we digest things? The gut.
Got it. Okay,
So
Krishiv. Yeah.
another pro tip is do take care of your gut
Health.
health in terms of food, exercise, and rest. So
Mm,
that you can be more sensitive and more receptive to
mm.
what it's trying to say. Because
Okay.
these three things are assets when you're making such big life decisions.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Listen, so this is so opening and on such a level. I think James is laughing. I think we both like this some opening for us, especially as a
Thank you
man,
so much.
and really appreciate your time here. Thank you for such a deep knowledge about distinguishing heart, guts, and the mind for us as a man. Thank you for answering James' questions about commitment. And thank you so much for both of you for giving the time and allowing a new to build a new type of man, right? Empowered men across the world with such a beautiful coaches like you, Krishiv.
Thank you so much. And I look forward to the next. We should continue this if the gut, if the heart, and if the mind, all three are happy, then we should definitely continue to